In a remote, forgotten corner of the world, there exists a village unlike any other. A village where the dead live among the living, cultivating creatures of the night. This is the story of Briar Hollow, where life is a curse and death a sanctuary. Briar Hollow, a village shrouded in perpetual twilight where the dead walk freely. Here they cultivate monstrous beings, creatures born from nightmares, nurtured by the souls of the departed. Yet, life in Briar Hollow had its own disturbing secret.
Where is everyone? This place feels wrong.
Emma, a traveller seeking solace from her troubled past, stumbled upon Briar Hollow by accident. Unbeknownst to her, she was the only living soul in a village of the dead. The villagers, sensing her life force, watched her with a mix of curiosity and malice.
She doesn't belong here. Emma, a stranger to these parts, wandered into Briar Hollow, unaware of the ancient customs and the eerie traditions that bound the villagers together. Her presence was like a ripple in a still pond, unsettling the delicate balance they had maintained for generations. We can't let her stay. The villagers, bound by a shared fear of the unknown, saw Emma as a threat. They believed that her very existence could awaken the dark forces that lay dormant in the shadows of their village. Their whispers grew louder and their resolve stronger.
Her presence disturbs the balance. The forest, usually silent and foreboding, seemed to react to Emma's arrival. The trees whispered secrets, and the shadows danced with a life of their own. The villagers felt the shift, a disturbance in the natural order that they could not ignore. She must join us in death. The spirits of the departed, restless and vengeful, sensed the living among them. They reached out from the beyond, their ghostly hands yearning to pull Emma into their realm. The villagers believed that only by offering her to the dead could they restore the balance.
The dead cannot tolerate the living. In Briar Hollow, the boundary between the living and the dead was thin, and the villagers knew that any disruption could have dire consequences. The spirits demanded respect, and any breach of their domain was met with swift retribution. The villagers, fearing that Emma's presence might disrupt their fragile existence, devised a sinister plan to rid Briar Hollow of her vitality. They gathered in secret, their faces illuminated by flickering candlelight, and spoke in hushed tones of the rituals that would bind Emma to the spirit world. They decided that Emma must join their ranks in death. With an ancient book of dark incantations, they prepared to perform the rites that would seal her fate. The villagers, driven by fear and superstition, were determined to protect their home, even if it meant sacrificing an innocent soul.
I need to get out of here. Something isn't right.
Emma felt the malevolent eyes upon her, the whispering winds carrying secrets of the dead. She tried to escape, but the village had a way of trapping its prey. Desperation clawed at her mind as she realized the gravity of her situation.
Follow me, I can help you.
The villagers' plan was set in motion. They lured Emma to the old cemetery, a place where the living seldom tread. There, under the pale moonlight, they attacked.
No, let me go.
You cannot escape your fate, living one.
Emma fought valiantly, but the dead are relentless. Blood stained the ground as she was overpowered, her screams echoing through the night. The villagers, cold and unfeeling, buried her alive in the cursed soil of Briar Hollow. But death, it seems, had its own plans for Emma. From her grave, roots and vines began to sprout, creeping through the village. Flowers bloomed, fruits grew, and life, vibrant and unstoppable, spread like a plague.
What is happening? This can't be.
She's changing everything.
The dead villagers watched in horror as Briar Hollow transformed. The monsters they nurtured retreated, unable to withstand the surge of life. Emma's essence permeated the village, turning death into a flourishing, unstoppable force. In the end, the village of the dead was overrun by the very thing they feared most: life. The once desolate and eerie streets, where shadows lingered and whispers of the past echoed, began to pulse with the vibrant energy of new beginnings. The air, once thick with the scent of decay, now carried the sweet fragrance of blooming flowers and fresh earth. The transformation was nothing short of miraculous, a testament to the resilience of life. Emma's sacrifice brought a new beginning, a testament to the power of life over death. Her selfless act was the catalyst that sparked this incredible change. As her life force intertwined with the very soil of Briar Hollow, it ignited a chain reaction that spread like wildfire. Trees that had stood barren for decades suddenly burst into leaf, and flowers of every hue painted the landscape in a riot of color. The village, once a place of sorrow and despair, now stood as a beacon of hope and renewal. Briar Hollow, once a village of the dead, now thrived in a way it never had before. The villagers, who had long been trapped in a cycle of mourning and loss, found new purpose and joy in their daily lives. Children laughed and played in the sun-dappled streets, and the fields, once fallow and lifeless, now teemed with crops ready for harvest. The harmony between the people and nature was palpable, a living testament to the power of Emma's sacrifice. In a whisper, "Beware the places where the dead walk, for life has a way of finding its roots even in the darkest of soils." The graveyard, once a place of fear and sorrow, had transformed into a lush garden, where the living and the dead coexisted in a delicate balance. From the old graves, trees grew tall and strong, their roots entwined with the memories of those who had passed. It was a reminder that even in the most unlikely places, life can find a way to flourish, bringing light to the darkest corners of the world.